to start out with the croquettes. I normally use the Honey Boy with the bone in it. Actually, it's a lot of work, but make sure you peel the bones out of it. Some people leave that in there. I like taking the bones out. And so this is all what I'm going to add to my croquettes. I'm going to add some breadcrumbs. My favorite, which is a shout out to Louisiana, the sausage link. I love the seasoning, it's really good. And then I'm going to add a little Tony Satchery. And then here's my salmon, which I've already cleaned the bones out of it and everything, and so it's ready to go. I have here some bell pepper, the red bell pepper, the green, and I have some white onion, and I'm putting some purple onions, and I also have some mushrooms that I'm going to add to it. And then you need 2 eggs. And this is a very inexpensive meal. If you don't want to spend a lot of money on cooking. Okay. And then I'm going to scramble my 2 eggs, add my breadcrumbs. And I suggest you use probably about maybe 2 tablespoons. I suggest using a measuring and get 2 scoops of the breadcrumbs. And I might add 3 actually, because I like for mine to be pretty firm. And scramble it up with your 2 eggs. Okay, then you'll take it and then dump it with your salmon, your Honey Boy. Put it in there, work it in there. And then my favorite seasoning from the sausage link that I like to use, which is really flavorful. And it gives it a real good flavor. I'm gonna take a teaspoon of it. And you can use any type of seasoning. This is just one of my favorites because it actually gives the salmon a real good flavor. If you like spicy food, the Louisiana taste, it's one of the best to put in there. And then the Tony Satchery. I'm going to sprinkle a little of it on there. And then just mix this up, stir it together. Okay, hopefully that won't happen. Okay, now mix that up and then take your mushrooms, your onions, all your bell pepper and mix it in there. And give it a good flavor. I'm gonna stir it in and mix it up. And like I said, you really don't have to add the mushrooms if you don't want to. That's something new I kind of just started adding. To add another little flavor to it, to the seasoning, to your patties. And then I'm gonna cook them in some oil and make them round. And I'll show you how I round them off before I get ready to cook them. And then I season them with my cornmeal. So I add the cornmeal to it. And I fry it in the deep fryer. My fry daddy. So you want to just keep mixing it and make sure you get everything mixed all together. So it's nice and firm with your cornbread and your seasoning in there. You want to stir it. Okay, and it looks like it's all mixed together. So then now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start making the round patties out of it. Which I probably take about a good hand and a half full of it. However big you want to make them. And take it and smash it, make it in a little ball. However you want to shape it is fine. You want to make sure they're nice and moist and can hold together, so when you put them in the grease to get ready to fry them, deep fry them, And so I just normally flatten them like that and make them nice and pretty and round. And then once I do that, I'm going to dip it into some cornmeal and then get it ready so it can be deep fried. And I'll show you the finished product, because once I finish shaping these up and making them round, I'm going to show you how you, with the finished touches to it. And you can make quite a bit. If you have a large family, I would say the 2 cans would be perfect, like I do. And you can also get one without the bones, because to me the ones with the bones is actually a lot of work, but I like cooking, so I like picking the bone out so it doesn't bother me. But for some people, they don't like dealing with that bone, so I just say if you don't want to deal with that bone, just buy the boneless ones. You'll actually probably end up spending more because it actually costs a little bit more. And maybe that's why I just go with the bone being cheap. Plus, that's the way I grew up eating it. And so that's why I tried to change the recipe, because I remember growing up eating these, that my family would just basically put cornmeal, and I always thought they were just so yucky. I would just be like, ugh, cornmeal and salmon. It doesn't taste like anything. So this is a recipe that I pretty much created myself. And I started making them like this here, and boy, when you eat them, I swear it almost tastes like a little mini crab cake. It's really delicious. And so, and I have quite a few recipes. I'm gonna do quite a few shows with the salmon, because this is not the only recipe that I make out of them. You can make different types of meals with them. It's another one, so I'll have a show every week showing different techniques, what you can do with them to make them really a good meal. And like I said, it's very inexpensive, and it has omega-3 in it, so actually that's good as well. So in a few minutes I'll show you what it looks like once I've done cooking them. Okay. It takes about 5 minutes to be ready, and so you want to just make sure your cornmeal is nicely spreaded evenly over your salmon patty once you dip it in your cornmeal, and it gives it a really good hard nice texture. And make sure you have your fried daddy really hot, your grease, and look how well that looks. You have a nice good croquette that's gonna almost taste like a crab cake. Really delicious. Yum yum. Thanks for joining my cooking show today, the Edith Cooking Show, and I'm gonna have some more shows out there soon. My next one will probably be about chicken spaghetti, and so just tune in, and I'll have some inexpensive cooking shows for you to watch. I hope you'll enjoy. Haha. See you later. Bye.